Hello, you're watching the news on New Vision TV. I am Rothi Nasije. Now, the night of 24th November 2018 will forever remain dark for many Ugandans because on the fateful night, over 30 people drowned and died in Lake Victoria after a boat capsized. Luckily, the wreckage of the boat was retrieved on Thursday after a number of days. A lot has happened, so New Vision TV breaks down these 5 days Ugandans will never forget. Saturday is a normal party day for Ugandan elite, and boat cruises are the latest modes of spending a weekend away from home. Latest research shows that 50% of Ugandans spend their leisure with friends and relatives. However, Saturday, November 24th, 2018 was not an ordinary day for cruisers who included Buganda Prince and popular socialites such as Irene Nambiru. The fun that started at midday with booze worth at least 8 million shillings at Keke Beach Gaba was supposed to be crowned at Mutola Beach on Lake Victoria. Despite signs of doom before the boat set off, the mood was too high for anyone to miss the climax of the cruise. The boat's engine had issues, police tried to block it, but the cruise set off anyway. Not long after they set off, the fun started dwindling as the drunk revelers were being requested to balance the boat, even when they did not know what it meant. The fate did not wait for them to interpret it. In minutes, the boat was tilting and finally capsized. What followed was a struggle by each of the revelers for their lives. Well, more than 30 did not make it. A total of 27 were rescued, including Irene Nambiru and Prince David Wasaja.
Basinga tubadde mu nnyanja wakati ng'eryato abamu libagwiridde nga tewali okwegamba ssuubi nti onaavaayo ng'oli mulamu.
Buli omu abadde mu ssanyu ne liyiikamu ne lyefuula ne liggwamu. So kati nze kyenkoze mbadde nina okubbira wansi ne ŋŋendera ddala wansi nga saga kuddira we liri ne nziiranga eri ne nkomawo ne ndyekwatako ne mbeera ku ggulu ne tusaba obuyambi
ffe tubisseeko akasubi kusanga kyaliwadde lunaku lwaffe awo mukama atuyambidde ne tuwona.
News of the accident started flickering in at around 8 p.m. and the country was thrown into panic as everyone turned to social media and all sorts of sources to know the fate of the over 100 people who were on the boat. The police and UPDF started the search for survivors as the bodies of the deceased were taken to the city mortuary at Mulago for their final destinations. It was a somber mood as families of those who had lost their dear ones camped at the mortuary for the bodies the following day. Meanwhile, the search for any survivors continued, and by Sunday evening, the efforts were not yielding much, and the hope of finding any survivor were slowly waning. Locals and security personnel too camped at Mutima landing site in Mukono throughout Sunday night. By Monday, it was revealed that about 15 vehicles suspected to belong to revelers were still camped at Keke Beach, where the boat had set off. Condolences started coming in from, among others, the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who promised to increase surveillance, monitoring, and vigilance on the lake. He promised use of the radar system to be able to monitor every boat on the lake. Other leaders sent in condolences, including the Prime Minister, Ruhakana Rugunda. The search for more bodies continued on Monday as the search efforts entered Tuesday. The efforts to pull out the boat yielded no results as fishermen, police officers, and onlookers struggled to get the boat out. They failed miserably. Meanwhile, speaker after speaker blamed the accident on indiscipline, lack of government supervision, and drunkenness. Parents, children narrated how they received the news of the death of their dear ones.
Priska nankubira muganda formula nangamba tibapiisa eryato libabaddemu ligudde mu nnyanja.
Batukubidde kiro ssaawa 4 ne batugamba abantu baffe bafiiridde mu lyato. Twagenze okugenda okulaba eggaba nga tebaliiyo. Ne batugamba tugende emukono ne batugamba weebali. Ne tugenda ne tubalaba. Ne tukomawo wano e Mulago ne tujja ne tubasanga wano nga babaleese.
The search for the bodies of the people who drowned and retrieving of the boat wreckage that capsized in Lake Victoria on Saturday continued even on Wednesday. The whereabouts of the over 60 people who were suspected to have been on the boat remained a mystery. Out of over 100 people, only 59 could be accounted for, 32 dead and 27 rescued. Therefore, the police and UPDF rescue team continued to retrieve the boat. A crane that was brought failed, prompting the police to bring in MV Kalangala ferry, which managed to bring the boat up but could not take it to the shores because the lake is too shallow for a ship. With the boat partially up, the team brought in more machinery, and on Thursday evening, the boat was finally retrieved. The search continued as the police believe there could be more bodies still in the boat. Moreover, more people were still missing, some of whom the police had IDs. Shoes, bags, and other items were seen floating on the water. Government declared Friday as the day of mourning for the victims of the boat. Although it is not a public holiday, the country used it to reflect on the events of the week. Still on the fateful night, now today was declared a day for national mourning for Ugandans to join the bereaved families who lost their loved ones on 24th November 2018 after a boat capsized in Lake Victoria. Now flags across the country are flying at half-mast and prayers in various worship centers are going on. Over 30 people died and only 26 survived. Reports indicate that the ill-fated boat, known as MV Templar, capsized due to poor mechanical conditions and overloading. There were over 100 revelers on board who were destined for Mutola Beach in Mukono district, but the boat capsized just about 200 meters from Mutima Beach. And in our sports news, it is no longer news of who would win the National Hockey League, but which colors Wanawinchi girls would wear to collect the title. One of the fans remarked after Wanawinchi's last game of the season. This is how a mystery it has become to stop Wanawinchi. Now, for as now, there is no competition for the girls who continue to routinely dominate the Women's League. No one comes close. They have won the league in commanding fashion since 2015, and no one can live with this. They have been branded the alien that keeps evolving in the game, and it is interesting to know how they manage to remain motivated for such a long period of time. Interestingly, their winning trend shows that in some occasions, they seal off the title even before the final round of the season starts. This year, they only lost once in the league. Conversely, Doreen Mbabazi has been such an imposing figure for the champions, and her peak has gone high up in the campaign. Consistency is a key component that defines Mbabazi's game, from being top scorer last season to achieving the same fate this campaign with an overwhelming 76 goals. You're still watching New Vision TV News, and in our Daily Pearl of Africa series, we look at Murchison Falls. Now, Murchison Falls is known as the Kabalega Falls, named after the famous king of Bunyoro, where the falls are located. Now, the falls are along the stretch of River Nile between Lake Chuga and Lake Albert. These waterfalls are located within the Murchison Falls National Park, which derives its name from these eye-catching waterfalls. Every year, hundreds of people travel long distances from within Uganda and abroad and head to the national park. Now, do you know why this park is specifically popular for both local and foreign tourists? Have a look. It's a whole new experience to travel in the land of the wild, but I guarantee you this is the most amazing experience. The game drives become your guide all through the national park. Before you realize, animals of different species start crossing and running through the park. This kind of adventure is why you should gather your family for a vacation in the wild. As you come across the tallest animals on land, which are the giraffes, the biggest ones on land, which are the elephants, appear. The birds of various species can also be found in this park. In the water are hippopotamus who have made it their home. They drink, stay and mate in here. As the adventure gets interesting, here comes the falls, the Murchison Falls. The falls like no other. Their water bubbles up like there are charcoal stoves on fire at the bottom. I'm so sure that this excitement can't be told but felt by each one of you. Then tell me why you can't join the thousands of tourists who visit the Murchison Falls National Park every year. Now for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures, so get your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories.
Wait for E.
Now, before we close off the bulletin, tomorrow marks World AIDS Day. Vision Group joins the rest of the world to mark this day, and today we are wearing the red ribbon, and we have a message for everyone out there. All you have to do is go to your nearest health center and know your HIV status. Our hashtags this year has been Never Forgotten and Know Your Status. Now, for more stories on New Vision TV and other programs, all you have to do is visit our website, which is www.newvision.co.ug. You can also follow us on our social media platforms. Facebook is The New Vision, Twitter is @NewVisionWire, Instagram is @NewVisionWire, and our YouTube channel is New Vision TV. Remember, you can catch up with me on my Twitter handle. I am Rothy, the voice. Thank you for watching.